If you ask 70 to 80 believers today, Christians, they will tell you they have an altar. The altar might be in their church, might be in their house, might be in their place of business. It can be anywhere. And these altars are places they go to talk to God. Each time they are going there, they are pious, they are sanctimonious, they become spiritual, they become faithful. Because it's a place they believe is a place of transaction. Yes, an altar is a place of transaction, a place of exchange, a place where divinity meets with humanity. So when you have an altar, a place you call an altar, you always go there when there is a demand, a challenge, or you want to speak to God. You're always too careful and too simple and too pious. Yes, it's good. I was talking to my class because my church is already teaching on something that relates to altar. I said, getting back to Bethel. Talked about Jacob and rebuilding in altar. When he was going back to Bethel, he rebuilt his altar, asked his families, everybody to drop whatever idol they have with them so that they can serve God in truth and in spirit. So an altar is a place of exchange. It's a place where men reverence God. So if you have an altar and reverence it in your church, it's when you go there, you are too careful, you are too mindful of what you are doing. Build an altar in your heart. I told my class. Have an altar. Tell you that your own altar is mobile. You carry it every day in your heart. If you build an altar in your heart, you become fearless. Because that altar in your church you believe is now in your heart, you are carrying it all over the place. Sin will be difficult for you to indulge in. That is why it's good to have an altar in your heart. Love God. That's what it means. If you read Jeremiah 17:10, he said, I, the Lord, I again, I search the hearts and I try the reins to give to every man according to his doings and according to the fruit of his work. See, God is interested in the heart because in the heart is where the issues of life emanate from. Proverbs 4:23. Guide your heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. So build their altar in your heart, so that quietness, that spirituality will be mobile with you. You'll be walking with it everywhere you go. You will be careful because you know you have a mobile altar in your heart. Have the altar in your heart. Reverence God, fear God, carry Him always. Fear will run away from you. Sin will be far from you. Why we behave anyhow is because we have nothing we fear. If you have an altar in your heart, you say, I am carrying God. You believe it. You will see your ways will change. Your attitude towards things of God and humanity will change. You begin to walk. You begin to operate like as a spiritual man. The love of God will be sincere in you. And you'll be acting like God. So build an altar in your heart and stop going up and down looking for an altar where you go and sow seed. Let the altar be in your heart. Let the altar walk within you. Let the pledge and promises you make be in the heart. Try God in that circumstance. Try God in that approach, and you will see the best. You get the best of God, because God watches the sincerity of it. That was why David was the man after God's heart, because he's always sincere with God from his heart, from the depth of his heart. So try walking with your heart, your attitude, and your belief, and everything about you will change. God bless you. Till I see you next time.